love the national anthem, but it's a hard song to sing, so I will not do that to you, our viewers. What I will do is tell you this: 243 days. That's how long it's been since the triangle has been in the 90s. There will not be an additional day on that streak because we're expecting 90s tomorrow. And you may think to yourself, well, wait a minute, we should have hit 90 already. You're right. The average first 90-degree day in the triangle is May 11th. The earliest we ever did it was March 12, 1990. That was a strange month because 4 days before this, it was 30 degrees. And then a week and a half after, it was in the 20s overnight. So strange month back in 1990. The latest we've ever done it, June 27th, 1983. Last year, we did it on May 18th. And this year, we think tomorrow will be our first 90-degree day. Not only are temperatures going up, but so is the humidity. Today, the dew point jumped from the pleasant zone down here in the 40s up into the 60s. And that dew point temperature will continue to rise, and it's going to feel like summer in the next couple of days. Not just because of temperatures, but because of humidity, too. And tomorrow morning won't start off as comfortable. Remember, this morning it was in the 50s. Tomorrow morning, 67 degrees is how your Wednesday starts. By lunchtime, we're up to 85, which was the high today. And then again, we'll top out in the low 90s. No rain yet. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow, so make sure you're protecting yourself from the heat and the sun tomorrow. And speaking of sun, how about this super sunset? We're going to go to Shelley Lake in Raleigh, one of our great parks here in Wake County. Cynthia was there recently and captured this super sunset. Remember, the month of June, our days continue to get longer and longer. That sun setting later and later. Right now, it's setting at 8:27. I'll put this on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook page. I'm at WeatherWes right after the newscast is over. And as always, love to get your super sunsets. Just drop me an email to sendit@cbs17.com. So there's not a whole lot to the weather map right now. High pressure in control. Kept us dry today. We'll do so again tomorrow. But it's given us a southerly wind, and that's what's going to help crank up the humidity and the temperatures. But it's not all dry the rest of this week. We've got rain returning on Thursday, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow, from 7 a.m. to the afternoon and evening, we keep things generally sunny and dry here. You see some thunderstorms popping up in the western part of the state tomorrow afternoon. Those don't make it here tomorrow. Different story on Thursday. So let's get you to 7 a.m. Thursday. Again, we start off warm, sunny and dry, even through lunchtime. Not much cooking here in central North Carolina, but notice the storms popping up to our west, also up in Virginia. And so some of those are going to sneak into our area as we get into the afternoon Thursday, as well as into the evening Thursday. So it's not like last couple of weeks of rain. This is a little bit different, but it still could involve some severe weather. So not as widespread, but most everyone has a marginal risk of severe weather Thursday afternoon and evening. Now, this is going to get adjusted. Bill will have the latest on that for you tomorrow morning. But remember, marginal risk is a 1 on our 1 to 5 scale. And on Thursday, we'll be on the lookout for some damaging wind with the storms. If you missed it earlier today, Tropical Storm Cristobal formed down in the southern part of the Gulf of Mexico. This is Tropical Depression 3 that's strengthened. This is the earliest we've ever had the third named storm of the season. And tonight, it's a little bit stronger, 50-mile-per-hour winds, but it's moving at 1 mile per hour. Now, we have experience in North Carolina with slow-moving storms, so we feel for our friends down in Mexico. But if you just stand back and look at the storm, it's starting to get a little better organized. And if you look at the white line, which is the current historic track, it's actually in the middle of doing a U-turn. So it's one of those strange storms. So it's a tough forecast. It actually could move inland, weaken a little, but it's going to be in the southern Gulf of Mexico for the next 3 days before it finally starts to move north. Could impact the Gulf Coast as a tropical storm this weekend. But again, no impacts here. We've got our own problems. We've got 90s coming back. Temperatures in the low 90s Wednesday and Thursday, and then we just stay around 90 Friday and on into the weekend, and your 10-day forecast keeps it in the mid to upper 80s through next week. Watch out for showers and storms. They return this week starting Thursday.